Hello everyone, welcome back again to another video. Today I'm going to talk about No Other Choice. It's a new film made by Park Chan-wook, who made previous films such as Old Boy, Lady Vengeance, Sympathy for... what was it called again? I already forgot the name. Dang it, I already forgot. But yeah, he's very famous. He also made The Handmaiden. I think recently he also made a new TV series called The Sympathizer. I haven't watched that. I haven't watched a lot of his movies, but yeah, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, that's the one. Yeah, I forgot. I've watched Old Boy, Thirst, and then Decision to Live. I think that was like the last movie that he made, and now I've watched his new movie, which is No Other Choice, and I think it's a really good movie. I actually found a lot of enjoyment from this movie, and that title is truly the plot. It is truly the story of this movie. So, the movie follows the main character, a guy named Yu Man-soo. He's an expert in like paper industry, like making paper and stuff. So he has a title. He's like the pulp man of the year or something like that. It's like a worker and an expert who knows about paper and stuff like that. So he's a very intelligent man when it comes to paper. You know what I mean? And basically he has been in this company for like 25 years, I think. Yeah, 25 years, I think. And turns out one day there's this new Americans. That's also one of the things that I kind of don't like from this movie. It's like, oh, the villain is American again. Or I mean, it's like, it's the obvious thing where, oh, this American who, you know, these greedy people who doesn't give a fuck about other people's career and life. And basically that's what happened, because after these Americans, like, I think they like purchase or at least like take control of the business, they decided to like laid off a lot of the people working there, including Yu Man-soo, who is played by Lee Byung-hun. And he's obviously such a he's already a famous actor. I mean, he's a really good actor. So, I mean, honestly, in terms of casting, every actors and actors, even the kids, I think they did a really good job acting in this movie. Honestly, there's no, like, when you talk about, like, the technical, I don't think there is any miss. Even the length of this movie, it's 2 hour and 19 minutes, I think. It's 2 hour and 90 minute-ish. And I think it's a well-length movie. I didn't feel it's too long. I didn't get bored. There's a lot of moving parts to it. There's a lot of editing to it, which is, I think it's right now it's kind of like his trademark, I guess you could say. Like in Decision to Live, where there's so many transition that are unique and interesting and masterfully crafted in that movie, which sadly I didn't really found it in this movie. I think the cinematography, the editing, the transition is not as good and masterfully crafted. I still think it's a really good, like the editing, the transition and everything like that. It's still really good. Like it's still high class. But to me, it's not as good as in Decision to Live. I still think that Decision to Live is still my, better movie. Then again, who knows? I mean, it's been like a couple years. Maybe I need to watch that movie again. And who knows? Maybe after I watch that movie, I'll change my mind. Who knows? But still, this movie, it's still a really good movie. Like, you guys need to watch this one. It's a really good movie. It's a movie that basically critiques how, like in paper company, they chop down trees, right? They chop down trees. And once they chop down trees, they obviously grab the tree and turn it into paper. And paper is, have so many usage, and obviously all of these company purchase it, and in turns making money, making the company more money, getting their obviously boss and stuff like that, like the higher worker, I don't know how you say it, like the higher position, right? They will get more money, right? Because obviously a lot of company still needs paper to this day to make a lot of stuff. And will the people there care about the trees that getting chopped down? No, of course not. And they would just immediately get forgotten because all they want is just money, greedy company like that. It's basically a critic of that, and honestly, it's just the movie is all about that. Yeah, there's also like a critique on like how like a family will just they love their family so much that they just would rather like hide their uh, wrongdoings, like they're criminal, like I, I don't know if it's like a critic or not, because the movie itself, a lot of the characters in this movie are basically villain that is like tragically made into a villain. They're just normal working, you know, man people, but because they got laid off, because of the situation that they are in, they become these villains. Like the main character, his literal mission is literally to found out who is the competitor, like who is the the biggest competitor in his life, especially when he wants to work again in a paper making machine company. So he finally finds out there's three competitor, like biggest competitor, and he set out to basically murder them and kill them so that he can get to a new job way more easily. And he finally gets a new job. He finally gets to pay all of the debt, all of the taxes, and finally he can get his houses back basically, and also his dogs back, like making his family happy again and one again. So yeah, that's basically the whole movie about. I'm not going to talk a lot about spoiler, but yeah, the movie itself is really good at telling that. I guess I can say this movie is like one of those movies that doesn't really have the like the characters getting their comeuppance, and it's just sad that they kind of portray the detective being stupid, I guess. Like there's a lot of times where Yu Man-soo get when he's being interrogated. Like I feel like if you're a detective, you would immediately kind of suspicious on his behavior, and the fact that he also technically kind of like confessed to his crime, but instead they don't follow it up again. Like I don't understand, and it seems like the detective is just like this stereotypical the senior old man and the younger one. I don't know, it feels a bit weird in that aspect. It's kind of like taking out of the like the whole picture for me. But I don't know, it's still fine, but it's just weird to me that like the detective feels like they're not like detectives, you know what I mean? It feels like they're kind of like a comedy characters. I don't know, but yeah, this movie also have like quite a bunch of dark comedy moments in it, especially on the first one, or the first competitor that he sets out to try to kill. There's a lot of dark comedy in it, and I actually quite enjoy it. I don't think the comedy took a moments out from me watching the movie. Like there's no awkward moment, I feel. Like I think the comedy kind of works, and at the end it ended up being a great film. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think I'm just gonna give this a movie an 8 out of 10. I really enjoy it. I still think Decision to Live, like Old Boy, still kind of better than this movie, but it's still a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, honestly, it's such a well-made movie about, critiquing that whole stuff where, someone who got laid off, got fired, and they just don't have any other choice but to do this one criminal thing to get money or to get their position back, which is it's kind of like a critic as well, where someone is already so long working in this one field, they got laid off. Usually they don't have the adaptation, I guess you could say, like they don't have the flexibility to try new stuff, because obviously when you're watching this movie, does the main character have other choices? Can Yu Man-soo just work as other I mean, even in one scene in the movie, he did work at like a department store thing, and you know, it's you can say that, right? You can tell that he has other choice, but you know, because he's been so long in the company working with paper, and he's famous with his paper expertise, I guess you could say, or maybe because the job doesn't pay him as well as the paper making company, right? The position. That's the reason probably that's the reason why he decided to, like, oh, I don't have any other choices but to find, my biggest competitor and kill them, basically. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, and even like at the end, like they also like talk about how technology and AI basically makes more people get, laid off and get thrown away, right? It's kind of getting a bit tiring now. Like, I think most film now talks about AI. Then again, it's 2025. Obviously, it's gonna be the big talking point, right? Especially in the critiquing world, the critiquing society, especially about the whole AI and technology being better now, right? So yeah, I guess it's fine. Other than that, is there anything that I want to talk about? I don't think so. I guess you could say there's some stuff at the end where you kind of feel like there should be like an ending to it, or like there should be like some comeuppance, but it's just sadly, I can see how people can be quite disappointed with the result, especially like with the ending of this movie. But it technically is kind of like, this movie is more of like a critique to the whole thing of like, oh, you're a loyal worker for like 20 years, and then suddenly one day your boss just see you as nothing but a fossil, basically fired you, lay you off, right? And what happened next? Nothing. You just got forgotten. You try to find new jobs, you try to find new company, and it's just going to be really hard because obviously, like your age probably, and also you have a hard time of being flexible and adapting to new jobs and stuff like that. Maybe it doesn't pay you well enough, right? It's a critic of that. And honestly, just like this whole paper company, that is the whole thing. Trees got chopped down, got cut off, they got turned into papers, and what's next? Paper making, the company become richer and richer, get more money because people still buys paper, and they need paper to make a lot of stuff, right? Like, I think they even like mention it, like cigarette filter, I think, like cardboard packages. There's a lot of stuff that still uses paper, right? And what's next? What happened to the tree? What happened to the forest? No one cares. Everyone forgets about them. They just care only about the production of the paper. They just care about that. It's basically that. And yeah, that's the whole movie, honestly. And again, I don't know if that's spoilerish. I hope it's not spoilerish, but yeah, I think the best thing, you should just watch the first trailer and that's it. Or just watch this blindly. I still think this is a really good movie. Not as good as the other ones, but yeah, I enjoy it. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening to my rambling, my review for No Other Choice, Park Chan-wook's newest film. And yeah, if it comes out on your theater near you, please watch it. It is quite long. It's 2 hours and 19 minutes, but it's not as long as other movies that have like 2 hours and 40 minutes ish. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please comment down below, share your thoughts on this movie, and like the video, dislike the video if you don't like it, subscribe, share, and you do all of those stuff that you already heard from other YouTubers before us. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you on the next video. Goodbye.